We're standing in the lower garden at George Washington's Mount Vernon, and this garden was the first garden Washington created in 1760, which makes sense because the kitchen garden was the most important garden on any grounds in the 18th century or before. So in 1760 this garden was created, and what's really unique about this garden space compared to the others here at Mount Vernon is that its purpose and what it was cultivating never changed. So for 253 years this area has generated a lot of produce of fruits, vegetables, and berries. Within this garden you'll find cisterns, which were above ground wells that would have been created so that water could have been warmed and softened, and they would act as dipping wells to water plants. You also find a unique feature, which are espaliered fruit trees. Along the wall they would be apricots, peaches, nectarines, and cherries because they required the warmth of the wall to survive the wintertime. On the interior of the walks you'll find apples and pears, and they were meant to create rooms within the garden to protect the vegetables that were planted within. The person who would have had more to do with this garden than George Washington was Martha Washington. She was the mistress of the plantation, and one of her main responsibilities was the evening meal. Not only was it supposed to be abundant, but also elegant, and if not, it was a direct reflection on her. So the more fresh produce and fruits and berries she could put on the table, the better it was going to be. Washington was gone for years, and during his lengthy absences, Martha was with him, and often during his long letters back to the land manager, the last paragraph would be something from Martha to the gardener to make sure seed had been collected or a certain vegetable had planted. So she really ruled this space and was a very keen plantswoman. The 18th century horticulturist said that a garden this size would require one full-time gardener and should feed 14 to 18 people. That's pretty good, but Washington planted vegetables in all of his garden spaces because when you have over 600 people coming every year, you need a lot of produce, you need a lot of space to grow it. This is a special garden, it's beautiful every day of the year. You'll really enjoy it.